Welcome back. In this section, we will learn about how to output tasks dynamically. For that, I'll go into my to-do app.js component. Here we are using empty array as an initial state. So let's just create an array, const, and call it initial state. I'll add some hard-coded to-do objects in this initial array. So our to-do object will have description, just call it first, and we'll have a status as we decided earlier. The status could be either pending or completed. So let's have the status pending for this one and add some items whose status are completed. I'll call it second. Similarly, I'll add two more items. I'll add the description third and fourth, and the status would be completed in this case. So we have four items in our initial state. These are the to-do items. Let's just also give an ID to all of these elements. So ID1, ID2, ID3, and ID4. Okay, so this is the list that we have. So we will replace it here with this empty array. Now the initial state will have all these elements. And now when we are calling a to-do list, we'll pass this data to our to-do list. So our to-do list will receive to-do items as props. So right now it has to-do items as an empty array. We'll pass to-do items is equals to um, to-do items. So we are passing this list as props to-do list component. And we will consume these to-do items inside the list component. So let's just move into to-do list component. Inside the to-do list component, we will have to-do items in props dot to-do items, and we'll receive props in the argument. So here we have hard-coded the tasks. Let's just remove these and add the task dynamically that we have received. So I'm using JSX here, props dot to do items. This is the list of to do items that we have received from our to do app component dot map. So it returns two things. The first thing would be the item, which will be the to do item, and the second would be the index of the item in this array. So inside this, we will add this task component. So the description would be props dot to do item dot description, and similarly we'll have a status from this to do item. So let's move into this our task. In our task, we are receiving the to do item as its props and not the individual item. So I'll just, instead of passing the description and status separately, I'll just pass the whole object and we'll call it to do item. To do item is equals to item. Okay. So now if I start my application, for that I'll run start script npm start or npm run start. This will open up the browser window and will show the list of to-do items that we have created previously. So if I go to localhost 3000, the server is not yet started, so that's why you are getting an error. If we go back, we can see that this is starting the development server. So as soon as the server starts, we will be able to view our application on this port. Okay, so the app has started, but we are getting an error. To do item is not defined. Let's go back, and here we are using it 2 times. So I'll just remove this thing, hit save again, and again we are getting an error on line 5 and line 10. Okay, this is not used here, so I'll just comment this thing. So now we have only one error left, which is on line 10. So this is the line 10, and probably we would need to return this task element. So now if I press save, okay, I've misspelled. If I press save, the errors are gone, and you can see that now we are getting first, second, third, and fourth item in our to-do list, which we are displaying dynamically. So we are iterating over to-do items, and we are picking the to-do items one by one and displaying the task component for each of the to-do item. So our app is not responsive yet, but we are getting the to-do items dynamically. In next video, we will learn about how to calculate the sum of these items dynamically. Thank you for watching.